Guidance can come to anyone and anywhere according to Allah's will. That's the story of a priest from Italy. A famous priest in Italy announced his conversion to Islam after witnessing the body of the king of Saudi Arabia. Fahd bin Abdul Aziz then recited 2 sentences of the Shahada and declared himself to have converted to Islam. This happened after he saw how simple the funeral procession for the king of Saudi Arabia was, far from being expensive and excessive. The former priest also closely followed the king's funeral procession, which coincided with the other bodies. He saw no difference at all between the 2 bodies. Both are prayed simultaneously. This scene left a deep impression on him, so that the picture of equality in Islam and how simple the funeral procession was witnessed by the whole world in the cemetery. This made him convert to Islam and change his life. He saw how simple Islam is. There is no difference at all between a person's grave, great kings and rulers with the graves of commoners. Because of this, he immediately announced his conversion to Islam. One observer of the issue of Islamic preaching said that the story of the priest's conversion to Islam after a long journey was reminiscent of the great efforts that had been made to introduce Islam to some Western people. There was a preacher in Italy who kept trying for 15 years to discuss with this priest and invite him to convert to Islam. But the effort did not bear fruit, until the priest himself witnessed the funeral procession of King Fahd, who was an admired and brilliant leader who made the priest convert to Islam. The new Muslim who announced his conversion to Islam on the day of the funeral procession once said to Dr. al-Malik, "The books you wrote, your letters, and the discussions and debates you held could not shake me like the sights I saw at the funeral. King's body. Fahd is so simple and full of tolerance." He added that the sights on Tuesday will leave an impression on the souls of many people who took part in the procession from the start, like me. He asked Muslims to be enthusiastic about spreading more images of Islamic tolerance and justice so that they can leave an impression on the souls of other people. He emphasized that he had promised to give all his energy and effort for the remaining 62 years of his life. Spread the ideal image of Islam. May Allah make Islam a blessing to the universe. The news that this Italian priest converted to Islam shocked the world. How could a priest who has strong beliefs open his heart to accept the true religion, namely Islam?